Hey, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever felt like your mind is tangled in endless thoughts, distractions pulling you in every direction, then you're in the right place. This isn't just another video, it's a wake-up call, a chance to reset the way you think, to see through the fog and find true clarity. So before we begin, take a deep breath, clear your mind, and if you're up for the challenge, commit to watching till the very end. Because by the time we're done, you won't just be thinking differently, you'll be seeing the world in a whole new way. Imagine living in a world where your mind isn't constantly bombarded by noise, where every thought is sharp, intentional, and powerful. The ancient Stoics mastered this art, and today their wisdom can guide us to do the same. So let's dive into the first key to clear thinking: stillness. We live in a time where distractions are everywhere. Notifications, endless scrolling, non-stop information. It's easy to feel like your mind is never truly your own. But here's the truth. Clarity doesn't come from consuming more. It comes from pausing, from creating space for your own thoughts to breathe. Stillness isn't about escaping the world or sitting in meditation for hours. It's about making a choice, even for a moment, to step back, to listen to yourself instead of the noise around you. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Nowhere can a man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." That retreat isn't a place. It's a practice. And when you learn to tap into it, you gain something most people spend their whole lives chasing: control change over your own mind. Think about it. When was the last time you truly sat with your own thoughts, without a phone in your hand, without the urge to check something? In a world constantly demanding your attention, stillness is an act of rebellion, a way to reclaim your mind. And the more you practice it, even if just for a few minutes a day, the sharper your thinking becomes. Decisions become clearer, emotions become more manageable, and suddenly you're no longer just reacting to life, you're in control of it. But stillness alone isn't enough. To truly think with clarity, you have to be willing to do something most people avoid: question your own assumptions. We all carry beliefs about ourselves, about the world, about what's possible. Some of these beliefs serve us, but many of them hold us back. Just because you've thought something for years doesn't make it true. Just because the world has told you something doesn't mean you have to accept it. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic minds, understood this deeply. He knew that if we never question what we believe, we're trapped in a prison of our own making. So ask yourself, what beliefs are shaping your life right now? Are they empowering you, or are they limiting you? When you start questioning the thoughts that have been running on autopilot in your mind, you begin to see things differently. You stop living by default and start thinking with purpose. That's where true clarity begins. A wise philosopher once pointed out that we are often more afraid than we are actually harmed, and much of our suffering comes from our own imagination rather than reality. How many times have our fears, shaped by past experiences, clouded our judgment? How often do we let our assumptions distort the way we see the world? If we truly want to think with clarity, we must be willing to challenge our own beliefs. This isn't about doubting everything, but about embracing curiosity, being open to new information, considering different perspectives, and allowing ourselves to evolve. It's easy to follow the crowd, to cling to long-held views, simply because they feel familiar. But true clarity comes from the courage to see the world as it truly is, not just as we assume it to be. By questioning our assumptions, we free ourselves from limiting beliefs and open our minds to fresh possibilities. The world is vast, intricate, and unpredictable. There will always be forces beyond our control, but clarity comes when we focus on what we can influence: our actions, our reactions, and our attitude. A great Stoic thinker once said that while we cannot dictate external circumstances, we always have the power to decide how we respond. This is a profound truth. Though we cannot control everything, we are never without choice. In today's fast-paced world, where information bombards us from every direction, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But by narrowing our attention to the things within our control, we regain our sense of agency. This isn't about ignoring the world's complexities, but about recognizing where our energy is best spent. When we focus on our own actions and mindset, we move through life with greater purpose and resilience. Instead of being paralyzed by the uncontrollable, we find the strength to act with intention, navigating life's challenges with grace rather than despair. With endless choices and limitless information at our fingertips, simplicity has become a rare but powerful tool for clear thinking. In a world of noise, learning to simplify is essential, simplifying our thoughts, our surroundings, and our decisions. If you're still here, truly absorbing these ideas rather than just skimming through, you're already different from most. The wisdom of the ancient Stoics reminds us that very little is needed for a fulfilling life. It all depends on our mindset. Simplicity doesn't mean deprivation. It's not about owning less or doing less for the sake of it. It's about cutting through the clutter, removing distractions, focusing on what truly matters, and finding clarity amidst the chaos. In an era where we're constantly pulled in multiple directions, seeking simplicity allows us to regain control. Whether it's decluttering our physical space, setting clear priorities, or eliminating unnecessary obligations, simplicity clears the path for better thinking and sharper focus. When we strip away the excess, what remains is what truly matters. And in that clarity, we find wisdom. Embracing the belief that we can grow, learn, and adapt unlocks our true potential. When we see intelligence and abilities as something that can be developed through dedication and effort, we shift our perspective on challenges, failures, and setbacks. The great Stoic philosophers understood this well. Seneca once said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." Life is an ongoing process of discovery, and every experience holds the potential for growth. In a world where it's easy to feel trapped by circumstances, adopting this mindset transforms obstacles into stepping stones. Mistakes become valuable lessons rather than reasons for self-doubt. When we face difficulties, we recognize them as opportunities to strengthen our resilience and deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. With this approach, curiosity becomes our guide, and perseverance our ally, leading us to greater clarity and purpose. Another essential skill in our journey toward clear thinking is active listening. So often, conversations become a battle of voices, each person more focused on what they will say next, rather than truly hearing the other. But to gain wisdom, we must first learn to listen, not just to words, but to the emotions, intentions, and experiences behind them. Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." This reminds us that listening is not about waiting for our turn to speak, but about genuinely understanding another's viewpoint. True listening requires patience and presence. When we give someone our full attention, we not only show respect, but also open ourselves to insights we might have otherwise missed. Setting aside preconceived notions allows us to engage in meaningful conversations, fostering trust and deeper connections. As we hone this skill, we enhance our ability to think clearly and make well-informed decisions and strengthen our relationships with those around us. Navigating life with clarity is no easy task, especially in a world filled with distractions and noise. Yet by adopting these principles, embracing a growth mindset, and mastering the art of listening, we cultivate resilience and wisdom. These timeless lessons equip us to face adversity with confidence, approach new experiences with curiosity, and build meaningful connections that enrich our lives. The path to clear thinking isn't just a solitary pursuit. It's a collective journey where we can learn, grow, and support one another in the pursuit of deeper understanding and fulfillment.